All right. Can you hear me? I got the microphone on now. Y'all should be good to go. You know me, I'm there farting around trying to catch a fish. And I got one. I didn't even know I had one. Hey, Josh, how's it going? That's got to be the smallest whitefish I've ever seen. Yeah. Check out that beauty. Check out that trophy. Yo! Two casts into the live stream and we got one. That's got to be the cutest little one ever. Look at him. Isn't that just beautiful? You know, when you got those, you know you got a future tree. Well, we're going to unhook him, kiss him, and let him go, y'all. Such a beautiful little fish. Mwah, y'all. Bye-bye, buddy. Come back and get bigger. That is so cool. Got one. Got one. I'm happy. I got one. 2 seconds into the live stream. Thanks. It's all because of this fancy gear you got me. I appreciate that, bud. Thank you. Yep, that's exactly what it was. And it was just when you tuned in. So Josh is here. Let's tune in. Let's bite then. Little bitty guy. Imagine I thought I had something on there, but I'm like, is it just weeds? And then I pulls it up and I'm like, oh, sure enough, there's a fish on there. Imagine that. How's you guys' day going? Starting my new job on Monday, so live streaming in the evenings ain't gonna happen. It's sad to be leaving my old job. It is. It's kind of windy, kind of nasty, but I like it just fine. Um, Starting my new job on Monday. Friday's my last day at my old job, and yeah. So I'm getting ready to start a new adventure. It should be fun too, I think. I've been throwing steelhead gear today, and now I'm throwing this whitefish gear for the moment. What's up, Rick Stewart? My old job is driving a sanitation truck for the Confederated Tribes. New job is working for the 509 school district where I live. So it'll be a new adventure working for the school instead of working for sanitation. I've been working for the tribes for, well, next year would be 25 years. So it's going to be quite a different, be something different because I won't be working for the tribes no more. Um, so yeah. Yeah, it's been hard. It's been difficult on me. I mean, I I really didn't want to leave, but I wanted to try something different, you know. So here we are, and it's gonna be different. So yeah, I'm looking to the new adventures that is going to be happening. I'll still be I'll still be fishing. I'll still be live streaming. It's just if I do live stream during the week, it'll be earlier in the day. It won't be so late in the evening. Because I work evenings. I'll be working evenings, so I won't have the evenings to fish anymore. So it'll be something. I think. Looking forward to new things. It is sad to go. I never thought I would leave, but sometimes you gotta try different things. Hello, California. How you doing? I hope I catch a big one too. It'd be nice. It would be nice to catch a big one. I mean, I've gotten some big ones this year, but it's always nice to catch another big one. I have caught one fish today already. I was like 2 seconds into the live stream. It's probably more like 2 minutes, but it happened so quick. I'm like, yay! Well, I'll be cleaning the building pretty much. I won't be driving the buses and stuff like that. Um, I'll just be cleaning the buildings. So just be pretty much a custodian. Something different. So maybe not as many hours. I won't have to work Saturdays anymore. Which I'm a fan of, not having to work a Saturday. Hopefully, no more of these long days. Yesterday, I worked from 4 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the night. 6 o'clock last night. So I was pretty busy yesterday. When I got home, all I wanted to do was sleep. Are you guys back? Hello. Hello. You guys are back. I got a phone call, so it somebody keeps trying to call me, and I'm trying to talk to you guys. I keep declining their phone calls because I don't want to be cut off from talking to you guys. Yeah, it's always new to try something different. Yeah, it does sound like it's going to be a little more fishing time, I hope. Uh, yeah. I mean, it's an all year round job. I can't complain about that. Um, I'll get to fish in the mornings. The only problem with that is I don't necessarily get the closest body of water for fishing is here on the river, and it closes after the first of the year for 4 months. So I won't be able to fish the river. And the next closest body of water is another 10 minutes up the road, and then I have to have a tribal permit have to get a new tribal permit after the first of the year. But that reservoir there, you have to have your tribal permit, and they don't always come out with them right away. So no guarantees I'm going to be able to get a hold of a tribal permit right away. So I may end up just being stuck fishing Saturdays until they get a tribal permit out. And then there at the reservoir, they don't have any signal for cell phone or anything, so I can't really live stream or anything from that reservoir. And then the next closest reservoir is about 45 minutes away, and for me, that's kind of a drive for a morning of fishing. So next week when I live stream, if I live stream during the week, it'll be in the AM instead of the PM. And I most likely will be live streaming in the morning as well. So, because there's no way I'm giving up live streaming if I can live stream. It gets. I just don't know how well the live streaming is going to be that early in the day. Is the thing. Hopefully, it's going to be good. Last couple days, I've been fishing at the reservoir. Uh, the one that's about 45 minutes away. Saturday, I went up there and caught a bunch of trout and live stream from there and shot a video and put that out this week. And then took my grandbaby up there and she caught her first trout up there. So I put out that short today. So if you guys haven't checked out that short, go ahead and go check that short out. Give my grandbaby a thumbs up. She's not even 2 yet, and she's caught a bluegill and she's caught a trout. So that's a plus, in my opinion. Got to teach them when they're young. Well, if you haven't, it's a good way to get your views up, and it's a good way to get subscribers too. Um, before uh, I was just kind of staying steady around 700 subscribers, going up a little bit here and there. Once I started live streaming, the subscriptions that went up on it, so that's a plus. And it gives you a chance to interact with your subscribers, in time, instead of posting a video and then having to wait for them to uh to leave a comment on one of your videos. To where live streaming is, yeah, I've even live streamed off my kayak before, uh, which was cool. And I did roll my kayak this year, which was crazy. I got hung up and I was trying to get it unhung. And I thought, well, I could get it. So I went to go take my net to reach, and my net wasn't quite long enough. And I was recording all the way up until I approached the docks I was fishing. Okay. For some reason, my GoPro stopped recording like 2 minutes before that, and I didn't know that because I was too busy fishing. I wasn't paying attention to my GoPro. So I get hung up, and so I'm trying to get my thing unhung. And the next thing you know, I rolled my kayak. Got to go for an unwanted swim. Luckily, the weather was nice on that day. Yeah, I appreciate you looking at that short video of my grandbaby. That might be a little too dangerous to do a live stream while you're uh, you while you're driving. I mean that would be up to you, bro. But I don't know. It might be a little risky to be live streaming while you're doing that. Yeah, I just don't. I just don't think it would be that safe to do that. So I mean, that's what you want to do, bro, that's up to you. Yeah, that should be fun. A trout derby. I've been in a couple of them. I haven't had a lot of luck in a trout derby, but not last year, but a couple of years ago, I went the trout derby at Haystack where I was fishing on Saturday, and during the derby didn't catch nothing. But after the derby, I caught three of them really big, what they call brood stock trout. They're the trophy trout that they stock for people to go and catch and take home and eat. Do 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 do. Where are all these fishes? Um, yeah, Alex is somewhere on the river. I don't know where he's hiding at. He caught his first whitefish yesterday. Of course, I wasn't fishing yesterday because I was too busy working. Had no time to fish yesterday. Trust me, I would have liked to have been fishing yesterday instead of working, but work pays the bills. Someday I'm hoping YouTube will help out a little bit. Yeah, back at it again. Uh, yeah, just about every other day I'm out fishing, but that's only because the river got the fish in it, and it's just right here in my backyard. So, and I can get here right after I get off work. So it's like two. Well, it's probably more like 5 minutes away from work, but I'm going to call it 2 minutes. I'm about ready to put this whitefish rigging down and get my stillhead riggings out again. I mean, if I'm not catching whitefish, I will not be catching stillhead, right? Yeah, it's been pretty windy today. Oh, I missed him. That was a fish. It just happened to miss me. Yeah, it's pretty windy today. Um, last couple times I've been out fishing, like 3 days I went fishing last week, and the weekend, and 2 days this week. It's been pretty windy. Yeah, another one off of Gulf of Mexico, huh? Wow. Yeah, it can be hard to do any boating when you got high winds and rain and stuff, for sure. Ah, so that's one thing about them whitefish is when they bite so light and they bite so quick that if you're not fast enough, you miss them. What's up, Andrew? Um, yeah, I caught one little baby whitefish about 6 inch, not even 6 inches long. I would say probably 4 or 5 inches long, which was cool because catching the babies are the true trophies. Everybody wants them great big old monster fish, but without them baby fish, there is no monster fish. So the babies are important. We need them. Always happy to catch a small fish. All right, man. Be safe out there. Yeah, there's just about any spot right here on the river, this stretch of river. It's a pretty good spot for whitefish. But the common problem we're having now is they're being overfished. Too many people are because the the limits on it. There's no limits on the whitefish, and what I found over the last few years is it's getting to the point where I'm catching less and less fish. So I think they're over harvesting the whitefish. But yeah, this whole stretch from the Disney Riffle, which is up at the head of the just before you go up the grade going into Madras, all the way down to the boat ramp and even below is really good whitefish waters. I fished, most of all of it in the 30 years that almost 30 years I've been fishing the river. Yeah, there are some big whitefish in here for sure. Um, definitely, definitely some big ones in here. I've definitely caught in a few of them. I mean, absolute giants. And to top it all off, if you're a fish eater, they're not a bad eating fish at all. Just most people don't like them, and they call them a trash fish because they eat the salmon, steelhead, smolt. So people give them a bad rap. You know, this is what I'm going to say to that. How would you like it? I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but how would you like it if somebody wanted to kill you for eating a cow, doing something you naturally do? And what I've seen over the years is before they started harvesting them to eat, people would just take them and throw them up on the bank, and instead of taking them home or putting them back in the water. So they've gotten a really bad rap. People call them a trash fish. People call them a nuisance fish, but really they're just here doing what they naturally do, and that's reproduce and eat other fish. So I have a great respect for all these fish. I truly love them all, and I don't want to see any of them go away. Yeah, that's normal to see them come down in big numbers. To me, a big number would be anywhere from 4 to 6 people and come down and you know even not realizing that they're not allowed to use bait. I've seen them use bait to catch them, and yeah, I've seen them come down. I've seen a group, well, just two of them, and I'm fairly nice with folks, and I'll ask how they're doing and stuff like that, and they ended up taking 63 of them home between two people fishing for them. So that's a pretty good number of fish to be taken out for two people. I mean, I'm not gonna get mad at people for doing what they're legally able to do, but sometimes you got to put some back, in my opinion. And like last year, one time, me and my buddy come down here and we caught it. I don't know. We took like 10 of them home, and we're gonna make tacos out of them, and we made a video out of it, and we made tacos out of the whitefish. And somebody got mad at me and said, "You never take anything out of that river except for maybe a hatchery stillhead." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Wow, really?" You know. So there are people even that even think that you shouldn't even take the whitefish out of the river, but I've had people get mad at me for wanting to take trout out of the river. and we're legally allowed two trout um, a day in between 10 and 13 inches long. All right, I'm going to put it this way. I think I'm not getting enough bites on the whitefish. I can be not catching fish and fishing for a stillhead instead of not getting a bite and fishing for a whitefish. Maybe one more cast. If we don't get one here, yeah, she probably would get fish lips kissing them at that age. But you know what? She's already kissed a bluegill and a bass. Sorry. She's gonna get squirmy when they come out, but yeah, they do still throw them on the bank, and that's kind of sad because they're such a vital. Uh, they're so vital to the environment. I mean, it's natural for them to be here. It's just like the pike minnow; they got a bad rap. You know, they're a native species here, so I mean, they can't be all terrible for the fish population. I understand, yes, they are eating fish, but that's what fish do. They eat other fish. I mean, even in some spots, they got bounties on them pikes, minnows. Over on the Columbia River, man, some people, I guess, make a killing off of them. All right, let's put this one down for a while. I really do want to throw something else. All right. I will go ahead and throw a spoon for now. Got the copper still A with the orange on it. The DC, Corrado DC, lightning rod, made by Berkeley. Starting close and working further out there. I'm here on the Deschutes River in Oregon, fishing right here by the Warm Springs Reservation. I actually live on the reservation. Yeah, you must be back east because I'm on the west coast. Um, I'm in Central Oregon, so yeah, it is pretty nice here. We got all the mountain ranges and hillsides and beautiful water to fish, beautiful fish to catch. Don't get much better than that. Thank you for saying good day. Omaha, wow, so it must be Nebraska then, huh? Still light in eastern Idaho, huh? Yeah, you guys are. That's kind of on the time frame as Oregon, isn't it? Oh, Mountain Time Zone. Okay, so that's an hour behind us then, right? So that means you guys will be getting dark pretty quick then. One of these days when I'm live streaming, I'll be in a different area of the river, I think. I keep saying that, but I always land up coming to the same area. Probably because part of it's because it's got the best reception. Yeah, so an hour different then, yeah. Like to catch a nice fat juicy stillhead or something. While you guys are while I'm live streaming, that'd be cool. Well, I had a rock cod there for a second, but it came off, so we're good. What are you guys fishing for over there in Omaha? Oops, bird's nest. You already ate all those fish you caught on Saturday and Monday? What do you guys do? You guys eat them like it's going out of style or what? Man, fish don't last long with you guys, huh? Yeah, that's that DC digital control. That's what that means. That's that DC just digital control. That is, and so yeah, zings like zing zing zing. My buddy Larry, who was fishing with me last year out here for the white fishing stuff, he's like beep boop boop, bop, talking to the aliens. Uh, Talking to the aliens, he thought I was talking to him on a fish diet, huh? Not this guy at this point, anyways. Maybe later on down the road, but I'm gonna move to this other rock, and then you guys tell me how well you guys can hear me. I'm fishing from this other rock. I just got a snag up. See if I can't get it unsnagged without having to break it off. Come on. Fishing though. Getting a nice little rock cod or a tree pounder or doo 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 doo. Did I get it? No, I didn't. I'm pretty far down there too. I might just have to break it because I want to go chasing it during a live stream. Hello there, Ron from South Florida. How you doing today? Doo doo doo. Come on. Yep, rock cod. Rock cod over live stream, Alex. Can you guys hear me way over here? I'm way over here. I'm glad you enjoyed the haystack video. Great. I'm glad you guys can hear me with all this fancy stuff, fancy microphone and stuff from further away. That makes me happy that you guys can. I think I'm just gonna have to break this one off because I don't want to go chase it right now during the live stream. Yeah, broke it off. Dang it. That's okay. I'll set this one down because I don't want to rig it up right now. And I'll get the jig and bobber back out. Throw that some more. Of course, you guys know when I pull out the jig and bobber, I'm using the pink rod. I'm going to get that set float rod set up sometime because I want to get that out and get it used. Basically what it is a float rod without the sliding up and down of the line. Because sometimes it's nice to have a set float, and sometimes it's nice to have a sinking slip float. So I like to use both when I'm steelhead fishing. And I just haven't gotten the line on it yet. And I got the line sitting at home, waiting to be used. I just haven't done it yet. Partially because I try to keep myself when I'm not fishing or at work. Try to, anyways. And as long as I do that, I generally can keep myself from getting in trouble. So that's a plus. The reason why I like flip float is because you can roll up to the float and not having a lot of line behind you when you go to cast, so you're not grabbing the trees and the weeds and everything behind you, because you can roll all the way up to the float. So having 6 feet, trying to cast 6 feet, you're only casting 2 or 3 feet instead, or 8 feet, or whatever be the case. So it's just nice to have a slip float, but there are occasions when a set float is just as nice, like when you got room to cast and stuff like that. Because I've seen days to where using a slip float, I don't get a bite, switch a set float rig, and then get a bite. I don't know why that is, but it happens. So it does make a difference sometimes, y'all. It really does. Not gonna ask where all the water comes from this time, huh? I got you. I got you. I don't blame you. Yeah, it does. It does maintain. It does maintain a pretty good consistency. Um, this water just don't get that warm. It stays cold year round. So yeah, it does. It does. I mean, it does fluctuate a little bit, but not enough to say that it's going to be like um, I don't know the exact temps, but I do know that it'll stay from what I understand. It'll go from like the 30s to the highest of like 45, so not real high, but really cold because 30s is pretty cold for water. And your trout and your salmon and still that stuff they like that colder water anyways. So you want it to be cold when you're fishing for those species anyway. So yeah, it does keep a cold temperature year round. A really nice cold temperature. So like in the summertime, hopping in there, no problem. It's nice. So so like it when it's in 6 degrees, like it does get sometimes here in Oregon, being in that 45-degree weather ain't too bad. So yeah, it is cold. You know, yeah. If you're into beer, yeah, definitely is cold enough to keep your beer cold for sure. It'll keep a beer cold, that's for sure. It'll keep a soda pop cold if you're not into beer, because not everybody is beer drinkers. Right now, I got the wind's kind of not working for me. It's blowing down the river. Well, yeah, down the river, I guess. Um, and so what it's doing is keeping a constant blow in my line. Basically, what I want is not to be cold or windy, but if it does blow, I'd rather upriver instead of downriver because then I have better control over my line and my float because I want to mend the line to keep that bow out of it. So when a fish does take it under, I got that immediate hook setting power. But um, when I don't have it, when the wind's blowing downriver, and which is the way that the river is flowing, then it makes it hard to keep the bow out of line and keep it tight. See, and I'm not efficiently fishing the river because that bow's pulling my stuff this way instead of letting it stay out there where I want it to stay. Of course, eventually it's going to pull it towards me anyways, or towards the bank anyways. But without the wind, it don't come towards me nearly as quickly. Yeah, yeah. The weather's kind of that way out here. It's definitely coming eventually. Um, this time of year is not uncommon to have some kind of weather, even if it's just really cold at times. Weather. Yeah, it is pretty rocky. It is pretty rocky. The clarity of the water is pretty clear. You can see pretty good if you got a good pair of or not bifocals, but Polaroid glasses for helping you see. But on a clear day, you don't need any glasses at all to see. I mean, it does help even on them clear days, but you don't need them as much on the clear days because the water is usually pretty clear. So I can still remember the first day I met Josh. I just got off work, came down here, was gonna do some steelhead fishing, and he was sitting down here. I'm like, "Oh, how you doing?" And then I commented on his truck, how I liked his truck, because I drove a Peterbilt for a long time, but unfortunately that's coming to an end. Yeah, it does get muddy, like in the fall, or like right now, if we were like to have just an unbelievable amount of rain or something, it would turn into like a chocolate milk color. It would get pretty nasty. It's ruined my steelhead season a couple times. Um, but yeah, it can get real muddy and mucky at times, depending on the amount of rain or snow melt off we have in the mountains. Because if we get a big rain, it can, in a matter of hours, turn into chocolate milk. Instead of being clean and clear, it can be brown and like chocolate milk. So yeah, and that can really mess up your fishing for sure. Like sometimes during the springtime, during when things just start opening up and all that mountain mud or all the melt from the mountains happen, like further down where the salmon fish at, the salmon fishermen will get so mad because the water will be like chocolate milk, and the salmon fishing is not worth beans then. And the same thing with the steelhead. If the water is chocolate, you're probably just wasting your time. You'd be better off going to the reservoir instead of fishing the river. Well, it don't look like anything I'm doing is working today. Alex was side planing earlier. Um, I don't know if I'm going to fish tomorrow or not. Yeah, I feel like they are pretty adaptable because it's naturally what they live in. But I can't always say that you can get them to bite in those conditions. But I spent a lot of time fishing this river, even in those conditions, and I have hooked fish from time to time um, in bad water clarity. I'm gonna go ahead and tie on a swivel and stuff on this other rod I broke off, and just talk to you guys for a moment here. Um, Now, if I can find what I'm looking for. But I feel like they're really adaptable to it. But as far as getting them to bite and cooperate with what you're wanting them to do in those conditions, it can be very hard. I've done it. I just don't recommend it. I really don't. I just feel like the clear water is what they're built for. To be totally honest, guys, I've tried fishing some of them coastal rivers too when the water's high and muddy. And I tell you what, I haven't had much luck over there either. Um, Fishing in those conditions, and it seems like those places over there seem to get that kind of condition more often than we do over here. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't live over there, and I don't get to fish over there much. So, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I just know that every time I've been there for winter stillhead fishing, it's been not the best, not the best water conditions in my opinion. Like last year wasn't too, or this year it wasn't too bad. I did catch a couple cutthroat out over there, but I didn't catch no stillhead. Even though I would have liked to have caught one of them, because those are supposed to be the chrome ones. There, supposed to be pretty fresh guys, right out the ocean, pretty much. Pick up again. Yeah, let's go with that one. The fish might like solid gold today. We'll throw that a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the John Day gets really much. Yeah, I imagine so. I imagine it could be very uh, trippy seeing how that could affect things for sure. Now, uh, now if that panther martin don't get hit by a trout, I'm gonna be surprised because at least a trout would be enticed to hit that gold spinner. I mean, stillhead would be too, but yeah, I enjoy those. I enjoy questions, and that's another reason why I like live streaming. The questions, like I earlier in the live stream, I like doing the videos and everything, and that's all fun and stuff. But the live streaming, I get to actually interact with people, so it's nice to have the questions and stuff. So I enjoy them, and it is entertaining to me because if I just done the videos, then I wouldn't get this live feed, this interaction like what we get during a live stream. So that's nice. I enjoy those. So keep the questions coming. I appreciate it, and keep them clean because not everybody likes to keep the comments clean. So. All right, you too. Enjoy. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to call this myself because the weather's definitely starting to get a little more windy, and I don't want my phone and camera and everything to go flying into the river. That wouldn't be fun. Wouldn't be fun at all. That's why you don't ask questions. Huh? I'm all snagged up. There we go. I'm snagged now. Yeah, that was kind of, yeah, that was something. Yeah, that was definitely something. Don't get me wrong, it was a type of entertainment, but it was something more than nothing, you know. Got too light of a lure on here, so I keep throwing a little bit of bird's nest in them. I'd rather be fishing than bird's nesting, but I don't have any of my bigger Panther Martins because I'd like to be throwing them because I can fish the water a little bit differently, a little bit better. It seemed like. Hey y'all, I think I'm gonna take maybe one, maybe two more casts, and then I'm gonna call it. Um, but I'm gonna do them from right here instead of right there. And then if I get anything, I get anything. If not, then not. And then we're gonna call it for the evening. Thanks again for joining us on this live stream edition of Gman Fishing. It's always appreciative for everybody who joins us. Glad we could do this kind of interaction. That's the cool thing about YouTube is it gives us this time and an opportunity to do this. So appreciate it, y'all. One more cast, and then we'll call it good for the evening. At least I didn't wait until the end to catch a fish. I caught it at the very beginning of the live stream. So for everybody who missed out, I'm sorry. It was only about that big though, so it was cool. Josh had just tuned in, and that fish went bloop. All right, y'all. Till next time, this is Gman Fishing. You all be safe. Uh, yeah, thanks for the weather report. Y'all have a good one. Be safe. Remember to catch, kiss, and release a fish once in a while. Well, you don't have to kiss it, but it makes it more entertaining for the fish, I think. Um, You know, thanks for joining us. We'll do this again soon. Um, Definitely on Saturday, I'm going to try and do some kind of live stream. So, you guys, thanks again. Appreciate it. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, do hit that like and comment, or dislike if you don't like it, because I need to know these things. It helps me to grow my channel and helps me to be a better YouTuber. Y'all, till next time, this is Gman. We out.